Alright, so Devon Larratt has a secret weapon when it comes to his preparation for a match against Vitaly Laletin. And for me, that secret weapon comes in the form of his fellow Canadian arm wrestler, Matt Mask. Now, I know that Matt Mask has had a pretty bad record on Devon Larratt. I don't know what it is, but I remember when their WAL days were going back and forth, and Devon was dominating. He was always saying one more year, one more year, one more year. And it would always be that Matt Mask got so very close. I think there was some super matches where Matt took rounds off Devon, but ultimately Devon won. I think Matt has one victory over Devon on left or something like that. But on the right, I'm pretty sure it's like 15-0, or maybe it's even worse, 21-0 in their entire career of facing each other. So Matt has always come incredibly close to beating Devon, but never been able to. And the reason I started thinking about this was John Milne. John Milne is one of Devon's best friends, if not his best friend. Been around Devon, arm wrestling Devon forever. If you've seen a million videos of those two theorizing on arm wrestling. And he made a comment on my last video where I was speaking about this match of Devon against Vitaly Laletin, and he said that I hadn't quite nailed what Devon was going to be doing. And it made me think, okay, what is the strategy that Devon is going to be employing when he faces Vitaly Laletin, and how is he going to prepare? Because I had been thinking Devon was going to get tall, scoop in and try to force a hook on Vitaly Laletin. Well, if you look at the way he pulls Matt Mask, Matt is someone who is, look, he's not as tall as Vitaly Laletin, but he is, I think, taller than Devon. He has an enormously long arm, big hand, and he is that explosive style, all-out top roller, which Vitaly Laletin is as well. And Devon has never tried to force Matt Mask into a hook. Devon has always used what I call a tight arm King's move. So Devon's never down in the King's move completely. He stays almost at 90 degrees, but what he does in the hand is exactly the same as what a King's move does right at the death, which is a bit of chop, a bit of drag, and a bit of pronation through the thumb. And he will sit there at center and hold and squeeze with kickback on his wrist, dragging through his thumb, and Matt Mask will surge, and eventually Matt Mask's wrist starts to go, and then Devon will fill the gap as the wrist flexion starts to fatigue and open up on Matt Mask. He'll fill the gap, and Matt usually pins himself because he recognizes there's no way back from there. Now, the times where Matt Mask almost got through, it was often when Matt would hit, and before he would feel his hand start to go, he would say, "Screw it, I'm dumping," and just going for a flop press. And he almost got through, and I think in fact on a couple of rounds he has got through and had a decisive pin. So we can see the likely path. If what John Milne was alluding to with that there's no hook coming, this is what I think is coming. It's going to be the tight arm King's move, the center table King's move. Don't expect a low King's move, but maybe it will be forced. I don't know. Maybe Vitaly Laletin is that strong. Because let's be honest, as great an arm wrestler as Matt Mask is, Vitaly Laletin is just the bigger, stronger, more dangerous, longer levered version. He's the tallest man in arm wrestling. I think he's 6'8", 6'9", something like that. He towers over everybody, and he will be commanding that high ground. He will be hitting. So Devon is going to be chasing him. There's a long way up there. So when you are chasing a man taller than you, you do get to use and employ down pressure. So that center table drag will get purchased. You can't really center table drag down on a man shorter than you. You have to wait for him to take you over sideways before you can get it. But for Vitaly Laletin, Devon will be able to center table King's move. Interesting stuff. But like I said, there's that transition to the flop that is a problem. I don't know, how good is the flop of Vitaly Laletin? How early will he be willing to pull the trigger on it? It's an interesting match, but the secret weapon, without a doubt, is going to be Devon Larratt training with Matt Mask. I expect to see a lot of that, or maybe he'll keep it under wraps. But Devon's never been one to hide what he's doing. I expect him to train a lot with Matt Mask in the preparation of this. I expect Matt Mask to just be given freedom to just tee off. Devon's going to let him have center, and Devon's going to fight back from there. Either way, it's a great match. Vitaly Laletin, if he was preparing, it'd just be hit and close it off. If you can't flash pin Devon, hit for position, close it off with your shoulder, and never let Devon get that wrist back. Hit, close it off, And then do what Devon does to people. Really, if I was Vitaly Laletin, that's what I'd be doing. Hit, take control, and don't panic. Don't panic, Vitaly. Just sit there, hit, take control, and do that. And then from there, say to Devon, well, what are you going to do? And that's something that not many people do on Devon. In fact, now I'm remembering, I have seen Matt Mask do this in a WAL match, and he looked fantastic when he got there. I don't know if Vitaly's going to see this, or if Vitaly's already thought of that, but I don't know. Now, this is live thinking here. I was going into this match thinking, I was seeing how Devon was going to win it. Now all of a sudden I can see how Vitaly's going to win it. And I'm realizing that what will determine this match is going to be who executes better and who is perhaps more brave to go into a lane that they're not so comfortable with, but is the correct technical lane. Anyway, let me know what you think. It's going to be a ripper of a match. Devon, Larratt, Vitaly Laletin. It's coming up this year.